What's up, everybody? We're going to be putting these 150mm cranks on today. Some of the tools we're using: Park Tools crank puller, CCP 44 crescent wrench to push the cranks off, 8mm, and your pedal tool to remove the pedals, 15mm. Don't forget to stop by, man, and check out my brother at paintballdiddles.com. We be jamming. All right, first thing we're going to do, remove the pedals. This is your left side, so opposite thread. Righty loosey, lefty tighty. All right, then you're going to want to loosen this nut on your cranks. Like so. Then with your crank puller tool, you want to thread that into there. Just get it going by hand. There we go. I'm just going to snug it up a little bit. Nothing crazy. Now, start turning this in. And this is going to press your cranks right off there. Right off the splines. Like so. So these are stamped. This one says right. This one does not say left, but this one does have an R stamped on it. So I take it this is the right side, and this is your left side. So on the Miranda, as you can see, they're stamped 150 right there. And on the Sondors, right here, 170s. So 20mm of difference. It's going to be interesting. Less rock strikes, that's for sure. I've been pretty good on these Sondors ones. I haven't hit any rocks yet, but I got this bike right here with a super low bottom bracket, so I'm really careful when it comes to trying to miss rocks on my cranks. These suckers come down low. And you can see right there. This bike has a very low bottom bracket, but I love it. And I love this one too. Both equally fun. So another important thing, I know some people have probably done this in the past. You want to put your new crank on exactly the opposite of your other. You know what I mean? So they line up exactly the opposite. I know it sounds dumb, but people have done it. All right, let's install this crank. So I just applied a little bit of grease on there just to make it go on a little bit easier. I don't know if this is necessary, but this is just something I'm going to do to make the process a little bit easier. Okay, you can see I got my splines lined up, ready to install the nut. All right, on my nut, I'm going to put a little tiny bit of blue Loctite. There we go. And we'll start this by hand. Make sure your threads are nice, not crossed. All right. Just going to thread it on there. All right, now I'm going to install my pedal. And remember, your left side is a reverse thread. Get your pedal wrench and put your pedals on. You can also go from the back with an Allen wrench on these pedals, but since I have this wrench, I'm just going to use it. All right, so one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to measure the height at the bottom of this pedal stroke. And we're about 8 3/4 inches off the ground. So I'll measure the other side since it still has the 170 crank on and see the difference. All right, so this is the 170 crank, and we are about 7 3/4, so an inch of difference in clearance. All right, that's it. Got our 150 Miranda cranks on there. One inch shorter. You get 1 more inch of ground clearance with these 170s, the Sondors. These aren't bad looking cranks. There's really no need to do, no need to do this unless you do have issues with pedal strikes. And it is an e-bike, so the shorter length arms, the motor's doing all the work, so the leverage action or factor, that's not going to come into play. But now I need to take it for a ride. All right, I almost forgot. I had someone request that I weigh my bike now that I've done all these upgrades and put new parts on it. And I'm not sure if it's going to be any lighter because these forks and this 29-inch wheel on the front, but in this longer coil. So I'm going to weigh myself. Here we go. Make sure it's clear. 0. And I am 207.8. Now let's get this bike on the scale with me holding it and see what it weighs. Zero it out. Picking up the bike. Let's see what we get. 290.2. So that's what the bike weighs. 82.4 pounds. It did not get lighter. Well, maybe. I don't know what the original weight was, but let's take it for a quick spin. It's going to take some getting used to. It's definitely different, but I kind of like it. And I'll put the link in the description if you're interested in these cranks. They did come from Australia. I got them on Amazon. They're $59, I believe. Not bad. But like I said, I'll put that link in the description. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And stay stoked.